Two teams that are not 4-0 though, the Texans and the Bills. The Bills do not have a very good pass defense. Neither do the Texans though. They both have pretty good pass defenses. They're right next to each other. They are the Bills have given up 744
Nice.
receiving
Yeah,
yards this year,
struggle.
and the Texans have given up 736. So that tells me we're going to have a good game here. Both of the run defenses are kind of in the middle of the league as well. So I think with the run defenses only being so okay, each team will be able to run the ball, which will free up the offense. I think this Texans Bills game is going to be high flying. It's going to be this game will probably be on red zone a lot on Sunday. That's why I picked my game of the week as Bills versus Texans.
Now, do you think the Texans will still have a pretty solid run game with Cam Akers being their only back?
Yeah, I think Cam Akers has proven that he can be a legit running back in the league, not for an entire year, but for a game or two, coming in as like a relief pitcher.
Well, this
I
will be
don't
his
need
third game, so
yeah, yeah. Because what? Who's the starter there
Joe
in
Mixon, but he got
yeah,
hit,
Joe
drop
Mixon.
tackled in week
Hmm.
one where they
That's right.
didn't throw the flag, and
Yeah,
now he's
with
dealing with
no
that ankle
action
injury.
taken against it,
That's
but
right.
okay.
That's right. I think Cam Akers can get the job done. I think he can get the job done.
13 for 53 yards last week. Not a bad stat line for a guy who has kind of been booted from the league the last couple of years.
Look,
People assume he's washed.
Joe Mixon had a ridiculous amount of all-purpose yards in like I think over 150 rushing yards in the first game. And since his injury, the offense just hasn't looked as effective. So I can confidently say that Joe Mixon has a lot to do with the success of the Houston Texans offense. I don't believe in Cam Akers as much as you might, but I think seeing what the Baltimore Ravens did to the Bills, the Texans might be able to smell blood in
That's
the
another
water
thing.
and you know have a decent game, kind of right the ship from what's happened the past couple games.
That's a really good point you bring up, Tybo, and I think it has more to do with maybe CJ Stroud is just a young quarterback, or maybe that's part of the effectiveness of his game is that he has to have a little bit of a run game to help with the play action or maybe RPOs and bring those safeties down so he can go over the top, kind of find some movement there. But go back, the last
Football's
season,
football,
last
man. Effective run games are what makes what like drives the best offenses. Like
And
it's
Cam Akers
exactly.
has proven he can do that. Again, not for a whole season, but he can do that. If you give him, if he's got the space and, the guys up front to get it done, he can do that. Also, you can hit him out of the backfield a lot, passing wise as well.
Yeah, you can.
I'm
But go.
not. I don't think he's as talented as Joe Mixon.
I'm not
Well,
saying
I mean,
that.
there's
God,
not a
no.
lot
Come
of
on.
running backs in the
Jesus
NFL that are as
Christ.
talented as Joe Mixon. But what I was saying is go back, look at this historically, go back a couple of years, even before CJ Stroud got there, when Damian Pierce was a rookie and he ended up doing really, really well. And then what happened to him? He gets injured, he falls off, and they have last year where his starting position gets taken away by Devin Singletary, who's now in New York. And Devin Singletary had a fantastic season last year. Now they bring in Joe Mixon. You don't need Devin Singletary. And then Damian Pierce is still injured now, 2 years post his rookie year as well. And so you start to have those issues. If Cam Akers is not able to be a viable piece to this offense this week, especially against what's a tough Bills team, even with Von Miller suspended, CJ Stroud's going to have a hard day back there in the backfield.